I heard a story about like Spike's so crazy. You're driving down the highway and he just he's driving and then he dives into the back seat.
Oh my God!
And you gotta save the car.
So this is when we were doing the bike. So Spike got me the job at Freestyling Magazine. I was just graduating. I would come out and visit him on spring break when I was in college, the last 2 at least, and saw what they like. It was just 3 dudes making this fucking great magazine that I grew up looking at, and I'm like, fuck, that's what I want to do. So my senior year, I just made the design professor. She helped me put a magazine portfolio that showed I could lay out a magazine, even though that I wasn't a graphic design student. I just shifted thinking I want to do this. So I took it on myself and didn't even get grades on that shit. Like I was just single working with my design professor, and it paid off because right as I was graduating, they needed a new art director. But that's not the story. Anyway, so then I get hired, and we're having a great time making this fucking bike magazine. And we were going down to shoot, do a photo spread with Matt Hoffman, and we're going from Torrance to San Diego.
Okay.
Matt was going to be in. I can't remember what the ramp was, but we were going to meet at a ramp, and we had
the big air shit.
It was before that, way before that. And so we had so we were in a Chevy Astrovan. This is a company Astrovan. It said freestyling down the side. And we had this couple of bike boxes, which are big, shoved between the console. So there was the 2 captain seats, and then it was a cargo van. And it was a cargo van that had, not a cargo van, it just had seats, but the bike box was jammed right up against between the 2 front seats. And Spike put the thing in cruise control, and we're shooting down the 405, heading towards the 5. He's going 80. There's no traffic, but we're just flying down the freeway, and he's got it in cruise control. And he's like, hey, can you hold the wheel for 1 second? And so I hold the wheel, and he flips his seat back and back rolls out and runs to the back of the van and won't come back. And so I'm steering this thing, and I can't, there's a fucking bike box that's wedged in right here that I can't just slide over and get into that seat without, I have to kind of ghost ride. I had to climb over and get through that. Now, I'm not the most flexible, limber person to fucking do that. But yeah, he never came back. He sat back there and just was ready to die.
Jesus.
That's crazy, man.
Fuck, he also this is way later. This is, when did we do it? It was right before Jackass 3. It was when we did the 24-hour takeover of MTV.
Okay.
We decided we're going to film this tribute to Evel Knievel. Matt Hoffman was putting together this tribute to Evel Knievel, and we were trying to. So Spike and Knoxville and I go to Oklahoma, and Knoxville had rented a big Crown Vic, and Spike flew in late. So he gets there, and we're on our way to the location. Oh no, this is leaving location that day where we would filmed a bunch of crazy stunts. Spike says, "Let me drive that." He loves Crown Vics. So Knoxville gives him the keys. I'm riding in the back seat, Knoxville shotgun, Spike's driving, rent a car, Crown Vic. And we're about to get onto the freeway, and he looks, and it's like a big looping ramp to get onto the freeway. And there's a big mound, almost like a skate bowl of dirt, grass around that ramp. So we start going in, and then he just floors it and rolls into the bowl off the ramp and into the grass and starts we're getting G'd out, like just carving a bowl in this Crown Vic. Going, I don't know, 80, 70, I don't know how fast. It's fucking fast. And as we're cruising around, all of a sudden, you just hit something. I don't know if it was a dip or a rock. I don't know what. But then we skidded down and got onto the freeway, and we're cruising on the freeway, and we're just watching the temperature gauge just start to fly up. And Spike's like, look at that. And I'm like, oh man, that's going fast. It's like you can see it move. So we're like, oh, that's not good. And then the red lights start going, and then the car starts dying and dying. We're just driving it until we're not even trying to pull over. We're just trying to get to where we need to go. And then the car seized. And so then we just left it on the side of the road, and we passed it every day for the next 3 days because none of us were going to call it in. So we flew home, and then Shauna had to figure it all out.
That's one of many vehicles.
Yes, and that was all Spike.
Right.
So.
Yeah, dude. Thanks for watching that clip. And if you live in America, there's a good chance that this big badass tour bus is coming to your town with my bucket list tour. What is it? Well, it's an X-rated show full of all the stuff that I would have never have been allowed to do for Jackass. And a lot of it is flagrantly illegal, so it's adults only. And if you live in any of these states, then you better go to stevo.com and check out my tour schedule. Hurry up and get your tickets too, because it's selling out everywhere. Yeah, dude. Woo!
Yeah, dude.